Welcome to BKW Physics. My name is Mr. McConley, and I'm going to reinforce what we were learning about in our last video, which is when you hang things from cables or you pull in different directions, how that works out. So I have 3 spring scales, 2 that are side by side parallel with one underneath it. And right now all the spring scales are zeroed out. These spring scales read in newtons. I'm going to take a 1 kilogram mass and hang it from the bottom. Now what do you expect, what does the class expect the different spring scales will read right now? What will this one read? Everyone? Or anyone? So this is in kilograms, it's 1 kilogram. How many newtons is that about? 10, right? So what do you expect this spring scale to read?
10.
About 10, which it does. It reads almost exactly 10. How about these up here? About 5 each, you would think, right? And they're about 5 each. So things seem to be working as expected so far. So you got 10, 10, 5, 5. Okay. But now, I'm going to take, I'll do it this way, hold on. Easier if I did that. Yeah. I'm going to take and I'm going to start to separate these, or force them to pull at angles. Now, what would you expect this one to read?
10.
Still does. What would you expect these to read?
Above 5.
5 each?
Above.
Lucas is saying above, and looks like he's right. This is reading 6, this is reading 6. So now if you take this 6 and this 6, it actually adds up to more than the total. So we take, let's move this one out a little bit further here. Does that look like this is an equal angle to that? Not quite yet. Is that better? That angle the same as that angle?
Yeah,
Looks like it. We're getting close at least. So now I've made it so this angle, and this angle are the same, meaning each of them is 120 degrees. So now what do you expect this to read?
10.
What about these?
10.
And what we've learned, and you're learning along with us on the video, is that if we put equal angles like this, this is 10, it's going to make this read 10, and each of these are also going to read 10, which they are. And then actually, if we go out a little bit further, I get to about there, I basically have maxed out my spring scales. This is 10, and each of these is reading basically 20 newtons now. That's like holding yourself up with your arms straight out. That's why it's so hard to do. You're putting a lot of tension or stress or force on this situation. Are there any questions? All right. Physics.